Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are still working a bit on our infrastructure down here, but we're getting really close to having these castles maxed out, and that is fantastic. Unfortunately, this guy's 55 and in poor health, so we should think about whether we want this guy to actually be our heir or not. Now, I don't believe that we have the technology to designate our heir, right? That is, I think, something over here? Or maybe that's just an absolute crown authority? Oh yeah, that's just an absolute crown authority. So we can designate a new heir if we wanted. So, do we want this guy to be our heir? He's an indulgent wastrel. What about this guy? He's a charismatic negotiator. This daughter is a skilled tactician. Conscientious scribe. Tough soldier. A thrifty clerk. This guy would be slightly better. So, yeah, that guy there. What else do we have? Some people who are underage right now. We could give this guy a stewardship education, but he already has that focus. We can definitely educate him with, ideally, someone who is Midas touched. I don't think we have any such persons in the realm, so we will do this ourselves. And we could designate him as our heir. And so we shall. So this guy is now our designated heir. He is calm and pensive, which will definitely help him pretty dramatically, we hope. And now we need to think about our situation of succession. So options here include giving all of these titles to this son, or almost, well, all of them that we're going to lose on succession to this son, and then dying. Or we can try to disinherit these guys. Now, the bad part about disinheriting is super convenient, but it does cost 300 prestige and 150 renown, which I'm not necessarily interested in doing. That said, we would lose 10 titles. This guy would get basically all of the ones that we care about. So that's not good, is it? I feel like we should give this duchy to this guy basically immediately. If we do that, we want to die pretty much as soon as possible. So we would grant this guy... Under partition, your realm heir cannot be given a title he does not stand to inherit. Okay, so they patched that. Never mind. I have a dumb idea. And it's kind of too late to do it right now. I'm going to actually reload the game here. We're only 3 minutes into this episode. I could technically stop the recording and redo this. But I'm not going to do that. What I want to do here is I want to try something kind of cheeky to get around that. We reload the game from where we started. Now, we haven't ticked it all. The only thing we did was designate our heir. And what if, hypothetically, we know which heir we want, right? We know that we want this guy. Well, not necessarily. Can we check his brother here? He doesn't have any traits whatsoever right now. So, yeah, I think we want to go for this guy. And we want to educate him ourselves. There we go. Now, this is where it gets cheeky. Let's see if order of operations matters here. We're going to grant this guy this title. And indeed, we can. We can grant him all of this. Immediately. Like that. Now that cuts our monthly income dramatically. And I was aware that that would happen. Then, we can grant him, essentially, everything here except for our current capital. We can't grant our realm capital. But we can grant him all of these. Like so. Then, we designate him our heir. We negotiate an alliance with our hook, just to make sure he stays on our side. And then we designate him our heir. Order of operations does matter. So I don't think I'm going to reload this back to... Well, actually, I can't, now that I think about it. I didn't make a save. I could redo it in the wrong form, but I think I'm just going to call this a learning experience and be like, you know, I could have reloaded it off camera and just pretended like I knew that the whole time. Or I could do it this way, which I think is better. So, yeah, we'll call that a learning experience. This guy is now our player heir, and if we go into our realm, we can see here, absolutely nothing will be lost without disinheriting. Now, our income is dramatically lowered. There's no doubt about that. And this guy, he's not going to be the best setup for this. But what we want to do at this point is we want this guy, we want him to die as quickly as possible. Ooh, hello. Well, I guess that's because we're melancholic. Okay. Let's see. A building high enough, poison, a warm bath, and a sharp knife, or we don't want to do this. I think we'll try a building. Okay. Our son is trying to stop us. We can succeed the attempt, and that will reduce our level of splendor by 1. But I think that's worthwhile. Well, it's still going to be a random chance, right? We still could fail this. A guard stopped us. What a jerk. Well, that gives time for this guy to come of age, I suppose. There is a Liberty faction here, and this was expected that this would happen. Like I said, we want this to be as quick as we can. What do we do about this? We could do maybe a marriage arrangement. Indeed, we could. Let's see here. Yeah, they are related. But I would prefer that they not do a Liberty faction right now. After the succession would be best. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. So we just finished promoting culture over here. We should definitely see about continuing to do so if we can. It looks like everything is Sinhala over here anyway. What about up here? Sure, we can start working on that, I suppose. We may as well. That'll be fine. 5 years before we can attempt again. We are reclusive. Ooh, yes, I want to gain stress here. So, he gains the trait Temperate. That's our player heir, of course. Temperate's pretty good in this situation, I feel like. And gaining the stress is what we want. Yeah, Temperate is absolutely good. So we'll gain a little bit of stress here. We want to build up additional stress. And how do we want to build up additional stress? I mean, that's kind of something that mostly just happens over time, as events happen. So we'll let this continue to tick away over here. I do want to check that all of this is maxed out. We do want to upgrade our coops over here. Yeah. Overall, that seems reasonably fine. I am hopeful that this guy isn't going to hand too much out. It'd be awkward if he did, but we'll see. Fingers crossed on that one. I think he just handed out the baronies, which is fine. That's what they're there for. But this guy, we want him to die as soon as he can. Like, absolutely. We want to be taking risky behavior. We want our stress to work its way up. We want just whatever we can to make this guy's reign as short as possible at this point. 4 more years. 4 more years. We can probably do a realm extortion here pretty soon, right? Yes, indeed we can. 31st of March, 1022. Okay, so let's just move on towards that, and then we'll do another extortion. There we go. Ooh. 525 gold? Do it. Okay, and I don't want to pay gold for this guy. Sure. We're going to upgrade these meadows. This is maxed, maxed, maxed. Perfect. We get a weak hook on our player heir. And I think that's ideal. We're going to take money from him. I would rather take money than change his contract, actually, because his contract is going to be moot soon. So we're just going to take some cash from him and invest that as quick as we can. I think we're going to construct a new holding right here. It's going to be a castle. We're also going to look at upgrades over in these areas where possible. Okay. So that's pretty much all under construction. And we'll need to construct another castle over here once we can. That'll be a little bit more gold. Specifically, how much more? 124. That's not too bad. We're 56 at this point, and we're ailing. So we just want this guy to die as soon as we can. I really wish you could abdicate. Even if it required very specific things. He wanted to ask how we're doing since the incident a while ago. How we're doing is none of your business. We still don't want to be here. That is absolutely a thing. We can no longer sway this guy. This guy doesn't endorse us. We definitely want to work on swaying him. There is an independence faction here, and it is just this guy. Oh, we can just negotiate alliance with him. Easy peasy. And we can construct a castle over here in 37 gold. And hopefully this guy is just banking his cash. That's kind of what we're hoping for right now. So 21 gold, so 2 more month ticks, and we'll be able to build another castle over here, and this is our final castle that we're going to be building here. So that is absolutely wonderful. We do get a new stewardship lifestyle perk, not like it's super handy, but I guess we'll take avaricious. I feel like I handed this out a little early, but I was hopeful on the offing ourselves front. Unfortunately, it did not happen. We'll get a couple more castles building up over here. And that will be great. I just want to double check that we're not going to lose any titles on succession here. Correct. We are not. This is maxed out. Perfect. This guy handed this out to somebody. Not ideal. I want to check to make sure that he is still being educated by us. Yes, he is. Okay. So, I mean, he's 13 now. Ideally, I guess, at this point is we survive until he's 16. And he just continues to invest over here. That's what we're really hoping for, I guess. So, I mean, he'll be 16 in another 3 years. Probably closer to 2 at this point. 15 August. Okay. Yeah, about 2.5 years. Somewhere along those lines. Which will be around the time that we can attempt again, I think. In 2 years? Yeah, that's around that same time. Now, these guys are being jerks. What can we do about this? That works. Fantastic. No more factional issues there. This guy would be gregarious. That's actually fairly good, except I'm going to go for greedy here. Definitely. We're going for greedy. Now, we went up by a stress level. That's okay. We're not going to try to do anything about this mental break. Our health is poor. This guy is currently still 13. I'll be honest, I was hoping he'd be 14 by now, but it's not August yet. Okay. And we are still working on this guy. He's at -6 right now. And that's okay. So I want to check up here on additional things we can upgrade. We can upgrade these pastures, and that's definitely something that we want to do right now. Fantastic. And I'm just hoping that this guy gets a good good education trait is what I was going to say. That's somewhat convenient of timing. Somewhat. Okay, so what we want to do at this point is we want to check to see who our guardian is. We don't currently have one. Yikes. Okay. Well, we'll do that, and our succession is now done, so that's great. We can actually revoke this from this guy, and we're going to do so. This will be an act of tyranny. He has a 42% chance of acceptance, and that's a lot of rebellions. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss some cash at him first. Like so. Yeah, that'll be 40 stress to us, which is unfortunate. But we'll do that, and we'll revoke this guy's title now. We have better odds. Can we do anything else here? The feudal contract won't matter. We can do that for a +10. Excellent. That brings it up to 62%. That's a little dangerous, but we'll give it a go. Okay. He did not accept that. That's fine. So what we're going to do then is we are, of course, going to put our men-at-arms, or rather all of our troops, right here. We do need a chancellor, and, well, we'll probably have this guy be our steward. And then this guy we can recruit to our court to be our chancellor. He's very good. And then for our marshal, it can be this guy, I suppose. And then our spy master, this guy. We definitely want to sway this guy. Fantastic. And let's take a look at their war leader. Okay. Where's he going to be? He is located in Jaffna. Is he leading this? Commanded by ruler. Yes, he is. Up we go. Fantastic. We're going to catch him down over here. And hopefully we can put a super quick end to this war. That's what we're hoping for here. At the very least, we cut off about 2,000 troops. Which is a big, big deal, considering that they have more troops than we do. Okay. Still commanded by ruler. We did capture some people, but not who we needed. And we definitely need this guy. Okay, they will not participate. We definitely need this guy to not be in this. But actually, that doesn't matter. Okay, 4 months on this siege. They are sieging in Kandy, so they're sieging down here. Okay, that's about 4,000 troops. Do we want to go down and take care of that right now or after this siege? I think I'm going to raise additional troops here, any troops that we don't have raised, while we're finishing this siege. And we'll see if these guys are coming northward. So far, it seems like they're not. Okay. What's our commander skill over here? That guy's commanding another army. It's probably this one if I know how Crusader Kings goes. No, 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 no. Don't leave. Don't leave. There we go. 45 days left on this siege. That is, of course, going to be our war goal. Can we call anyone into this? We can lawfully imprison this guy. Wait. What? He's at war with us. Oh, right. That's this guy. I mean, that'd be funny, but no, that's not going to happen. So we will go ahead and take this. Get our ticking war score rolling. There we go. We did take his daughter and heir. That's a huge deal, actually. That put us up to 87%. Unfortunately, these guys have a breach, but I think we get down there in time. Looks good. This looks really good. This should end this war. Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with this, but we still catch him. He's too late. Perfect. Reinforcements are on the way in over here, but they are too late. They're not going to get here in time. I believe this will end the war, this battle. Let's see. 96. Very, 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 very close. Let's head up over this way. I want to see where these guys are going to retreat to before we actually commit to this fight. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of there. Let's fight these guys over here. Yeah, they don't want anything to do with that. Fair enough. They're retreating across the strait. Looks good to me. In we go. This one will definitely end the war in our favor. Fantastic. So our demands are now enforced. We will disband our troops, and we will revoke this from this guy. And that, of course, means that we have several of these guys in prison, which is always a nice thing to have. Now, these are constructing here. These are held by our vassals. That's fine. We're not of age just yet. This is our betrothed right here, and she's skill 2 stewardship. We should probably find somebody who's a little bit better. We'll have to wait till we come of age, though, I think. We're currently 15, so we will come of age next year. Fantastic. And we'll break this betrothal. Perfect. That's no longer helpful to us. We can ransom some prisoners. There's low county control in Jaffna. That's definitely something that we need to work on. So, what do we do with these guys? Honestly, I think we just ransom them. We can lawfully imprison this guy, and so we shall. Excellent. And we'll ransom him as well. Get ourselves some sweet, sweet gold to invest. And that gold, of course, will be invested up here. I do want to move our capital to Madurai now. Fantastic. So with our capital in Madurai, that should be much, much better for us. I want to upgrade our farm estates here. I still want to upgrade anything that's giving us cash that will be there permanently. So manor houses will be the next upgrade as well. Excellent. Wait, I'm a little surprised that we can sway this guy with us being underage. Huh. Oh well. He'll endorse us soon enough. What is his skill? He's a mastermind philosopher. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's continue forward here now that we are in a much better position. In terms of our cash will get better. Our cash will absolutely get better. And we're probably going to be done with investments after this life for a while, is what I'm thinking. Let's see, we need 150 gold over here. That'll be done quite soon. Excellent. When we come of age, we'll be able to hold, I hope, another domain holding. And then once our wife comes in, it should be one more at least. And then maybe go down the architect tree a little later in life. Yeah, that could work. We didn't manage to sway our court chaplain, but that's okay. That is completely fine. These are requiring additional gold to max out. Sure. I do want to come of age in this episode, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but I will say that it is about time to put a cut in. So once we do come of age, then we will continue working on our investments over here, and they're almost complete. They're so close to done. And then we will start expanding. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's just come up here and get this one converting in culture. Fantastic. We became Midas touched. Fantastic. So that means that we can immediately pull back this right here. So we're going to revoke that title from him. Perfect. And next episode, we will definitely do some investment. See you all then.